Well, Rise and Grind DMV, happy Sunday. It's once again a chilly start across the region, but I'm tracking a warm up as we head through that 7 days. So keep it here. We'll talk more about that in just a bit.
This morning on DC News Now, a walk for peace heads to the district, tracking some Buddhist monks trekking through our region. A Virginia man who has seen it all as we honor Black history. A look back at a centenarian's life. And it is Super Bowl Sunday. We're helping you prepare for the big NFL game, tonight's final NFL game of the season.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. Thank you for waking up with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tosin Fakila. Your time is 7 o'clock. It is Sunday, February 8th, and it is Super Bowl Sunday. So I figured we can do a little compare and contrast of the weather and what it looks like here versus over there. So let's head on outside right now. Levi Stadium on one side of your screen looking stunning, but yet quiet. This is Santa Clara, California, where the Seahawks and Patriots go head to head in Super Bowl 60. It's a nice 50-something degrees. And then there's our area, which by this picture looks great. The sun is up, but it's like in the teens. So, yay us.
Yeah.
Meteorologist Brittany Ward on the desk here. We are sick of the cold.
Yes.
And we need a warm-up.
Yes.
When will we get said warm-up?
The good news is I'm tracking that as we head towards the middle of the work week. We just have to get through today. It's once again another cold start, so bundle up. Temperatures across our region are sitting in the teens at this hour. 14 currently in DC, 15 as you head out towards Lexington Park. Back off to the north and the west. You're sitting at 12 degrees right now in Hagerstown, 10 as you head out towards the Winchester area. But you factor in those wind chill values, it feels a lot colder than what the outside temperature is saying. That's the reason why we extended our DMV First Warn Day to include this morning. Take a look at those feel like temperatures. It feels like 1 degree here in DC. It feels like 4 below as you head out towards Frederick. Feels like 6 below out in Hagerstown. Feels like 9 degrees right now in Kaiser. So you definitely want to bundle up before heading out the door. Satellite and radar kind of showing you the wider picture. High pressure just off to our west. That's going to build into our region today, providing us with those dry and sunny conditions. But those cold alerts will be remaining in effect as we head through the first half of our Sunday. And like I said, I'm tracking that warm up in that extended forecast. So Tosin, keep it here. We'll talk more about that and what to expect in about 10 minutes.
All right, Brittany, we'll check in with you then. Thank you. Some in our area still without power this morning because of those strong winds that you heard Brittany talking about. Dominion Energy reports more than 130 customers have no power in Fairfax County. Pepco says over 200 DC customers report power outages and over 18 outages in Prince George's County. Coming up on 7:03, a man is in the hospital this morning after he was shot in DuPont Circle. It happened early Saturday morning in a parking garage on M Street. Officers say they were responding to a large fight when they heard gunshots and found the man shot in the leg. Investigators say he's expected to be okay. Officers say 2 other people were grazed by bullets. Anyone with information is asked to contact police. 2 teenagers have been charged after the shooting Friday outside Union Station. A 15-year-old victim is still recovering from their injuries. DC police rushed to Union Station just after 4 p.m. after several shots were fired. Investigators say U.S. Capitol Police stopped 2 teenage boys near where the shooting happened. DC police investigated and arrested a 17-year-old and 16-year-old. They're charged with assault with a dangerous weapon. Officers say a gun was found on the scene. The DC Water says repairs to the site of a sewage leak into the Potomac River will now take longer than expected. Take a look at your screen. DC Water crews found this large rock dam inside the collapsed sewer line. The agency says repairs will take an extra 4 to 6 weeks. They'll have to use more pumps, bringing the total to 13, and it's to reduce the water flow into the line so crews can safely get in and remove the rocks. DC Water says that large pile was likely excavated during the initial construction in the 60s and used as backfill. When the collapse happened, the wastewater flow likely pushed the rocks into the pipe, creating that dam. Prince William County emergency officials are asking some people to boil their water for 48 hours after a water supply disruption. The boil water advisory was issued for Carter's Grove subdivision and Hoadley Manor estates. You can check out DCNewsNow.com for more on water safety in the affected neighborhoods. While the winter weather is making life quite difficult for many people around the DMV, but for some Buddhist monks, it's no problem at all. DC News Now's Dave Laval tells us they're taking it in stride as they continue their peace walk to the nation's capital from Texas.
The monks are spending Saturday night here in Woodbridge, Virginia, before they continue their journey Sunday as they make their way to Washington, D.C. Silently, the monks arrive in Dumfries as hundreds of people line the streets to welcome them. It's a rest stop on their walk for peace.
It means a lot for us. If we cannot bring peace for ourselves, there will be no one else can do that for us.
The monks are on a 2,300-mile walk from their home in Fort Worth, Texas.
This is something that we need to practice every single day, and it should be ended when we die.
Virginia is the latest state the monks passed through since their journey started back on August 26th.
Peace is something we practice. Today, that practice has quite literally walked into our town.
Dumfries Mayor Derek Wood told the crowd that gathered at the police station the monks' trek offers hope.
When the world feels harried and divided, your walk, it offers something steady, a visible expression of mindfulness and shared humanity.
According to the monks' leader, achieving peace is relatively simple.
You have to be calm as all the time, because when you stay calm, mean you are at peace.
It's a message the monks will deliver at other stops along their path. The monks will walk through Fairfax County Sunday with a stop Monday in Old Town Alexandria before they wrap up their journey Tuesday at the U.S. Capitol. In Woodbridge, Virginia, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Thank you, Dave. A juvenile curfew is in effect this weekend and for several weekends to come at the National Harbor. Prince George's County officials say they brought it back at the request of business owners. Businesses say they're seeing more unsupervised teens after dark. It'll be in place on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. and the curfew is expected to last 6 months. In some national news, backlash continues to unfold from the video President Trump posted on social media. Some of that backlash coming from his own party. Trump claims that he had no idea the depiction of former President and First Lady Obama as apes was in the video, and the president refused to apologize. DC News Now's Raquel Martin has more.
It's disgraceful.
Racist, unacceptable, vile, and abhorrent. That's what Democrats and Republicans alike are calling a video posted to President Trump's Truth Social page late Thursday. For just over a second, an AI-generated image shows former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama as apes. It appears at the end of a minute-long video about alleged election fraud. South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, the sole black Republican in the Senate, was among the first to condemn it, writing the image is, quote, the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House. Initially, the White House brushed off the online backlash. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt responded saying, quote, this is from an internet meme video depicting President Trump as the king of the jungle and Democrats as characters from The Lion King. Please stop the fake outrage and report on something today that actually matters to the American public. Hours later, however, the post was removed. The White House blames the debacle on a White House staffer. That did not appear to satisfy some Republicans. Ohio Congressman Mike Turner called on President Trump to apologize.
Do you want to hear anything from the president?
I don't think we're going to get anything with any level of sincerity in the form of an apology.
Congresswoman Yvette Clarke leads the Congressional Black Caucus.
It's Black History Month, but it's consistent with the behavior of this White House and this president.
The Obamas seldom respond to attacks from President Trump. In Washington, Raquel Martin.
And as we mentioned, the president was asked on Air Force One about the racist imagery of the Obamas in that video. He says the post was largely about alleged election fraud, and he never got to the video portion depicting the Obamas as apes.
President, a number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, if I look at a lot of thousands of things, I looked at the beginning of it, it was fine. Certainly it was a very strong post in terms of voter fraud. Nobody knew that that was at the end. If they would have looked, they would have seen it, and probably they would have had the sense to take it down.
Do you condemn the racist parts of the video?
Of course I do. Yeah.
At 7:10, families in Maryland have been growing concerned about the potential of data centers being built in Montgomery County. Shanika Grimshaw has more in this week's MoCo Minute.
As data centers continue expanding across the region, Montgomery County officials say now is the time to decide how and where they should grow locally.
Data centers power everything from streaming services to cloud storage. With that is very demanding as it requires lots of electricity and water to operate.
This is not meant to be the draft of a bill. It is the beginning of a discussion of what ultimately will wind up in legislation, which we will work with the council to create.
The forum focused on legislation, economic development, and environmental impacts. County leaders say they're looking for community input to balance job creation and investment with sustainability and responsible land use.
In communities where data centers themselves are built, we can expect a variety of impacts. Some of those are positive impacts, employment, tax revenue, etc. Some of those are less positive impacts. Noise, energy use, local air pollution, public health impacts.
And some say energy use is a key concern as officials work to align data center growth with Montgomery County's climate goals.
The purpose of this forum is to listen and understand the community concerns, priorities, and ideas before legislation is enacted.
It's important to note there are currently 2 competing bills aimed to control development of those data centers in the county. For MoCo Minute, I'm Shanika Grimshaw.